to start over here, obviously. Okay, we're going to apply the distributive law. So Mr. 3 is going to be given to everyone inside the bracket. So we're going to have 3. There was already a 1 there. So 1 times 3. We have an x squared times 3. Then everything else, we just write the way it is for now over x to the minus 2y squared. Okay, our calculators allowed. If I feel like you need them, I'll tell you to use them, but right now, no. Okay, no, don't use your calculator. You don't need one. Okay, 1 times 3 is cubed, x 6, x negative 3, all over x negative 2y squared equals, I don't know where to write it, equals 3 cubed is 27. And then we have x 6. These are being times, so we have to add them, right? We are times this, so we add the exponents, so it's plus negative 3. And then we have a major divide over here. So divide by the one at the bottom and we subtract negative 2. That's our x, right? Oh, yeesh. Hey, that was supposed to be a straight line, guys. It went down and south and downhill very quick. Okay. O over y, and that'll give you 27, 6. These two give you a minus, this gives you a plus. So it's 6 minus 3, which would be a 3, plus 2, which is 5. So x 5, and this will be, let me make this up a bit, all over y squared. Those who tried this, how did you do? And those who didn't try it and just found it on the screen now, did you follow what was happening? It's very important that we address this right now. If you did this, check yourself. If you didn't do it, but you're following just now, how do you feel about it? I lost you on the last step here. Oh, okay. But it's sorted. Okay, same. Is it also sorted Z2, or is still like what just happened? Remember, guys, we are multiplying. So in the numerator, we are multiplying 2x's. Wonderful. So you're going to say 6 plus whatever that is, negative 3, minus what's at the bottom, which is negative 2. So then you just change the plus and minus to negative. Negative, negative becomes a plus. Then you add. Almost got it. Beautiful. It means we're getting there. Okay. Hello, IT. I hope your name is not IT. I got it correct. Beautiful. Are we going to do scientific notation? Probably. Stick around to find out. I got calculations wrong, but I got it now. Beautiful. Oh, now I got it correctly. My name is Minenhle. Welcome, Minenhle. Okay. Got it right. Beautiful. Now, let's deal with F. Okay. S and B. That would be your sign. Number, variable. Okay, first we have a negative and a positive. That gives you a negative. I know, just welcoming you to the class. It's nice to have you. 5 goes into itself once and into 25 5 times. So number wise, we have a 1 and a 5. Then we have x at the top to the negative 2. We are dividing, so if we're dividing, we minus negative 5. Wonderful, okay? So it'll be negative 1 over 5. And this negative becomes a positive. So negative 2 plus 5 would be x cubed. Okay. There we go. Final answer. Why am I being muted? There we go. Was I muting myself? Hectic. Okay. Final answer will be negative x cubed over 5. Did we get what I was doing? How did that one go? Give me feedback, please. Anybody? There we go. We're doing well. We're doing well. So many people got it correctly, so we're doing well. Okay, so guys, you see if you know the rules. M-H. That H makes me nervous. Spiwe. So remember, you start with your signs, and then you go to numbers and then variables. Okay, so over here, we have a negative. Okay, well, we had, I just scribbled all over it. 5 negative 2, and we had 25x negative 5. Okay, so we had a negative and a positive. So that's where that negative comes from. I hope you're with me. Okay, then we dealt with the numbers. 5 goes into itself once, and it's 25, 5 times. Okay, good. Zoom a little. Is it too small? I hope that helps. Okay, so yeah. And then I said we are dividing, which is what we're doing. So let me go back. And then I said we are dividing. So we have to subtract our exponents. So we have x negative 2 minus negative 5. Okay, but that negative becomes a positive. So it's actually negative 2 plus 5. So our final answer, we had a 1 at the top, so it's 1 times x cubed, which is where this x cubed comes from, over the 5 that was left over. I hope my explanation, my re-explanation was received well. Now let me go through the rules quickly in case we have any new people. I'll go down just now if you need to get a screenshot. Worry not, my darlings, worry not. Okay, we're still doing exponents, and in today's lesson, we are talking about consolidating all the rules and the laws. Okay, so it's going to be a lot like the 2 questions we just did right now, because it's a combination of all our laws. Before we do that, we obviously have to go through the rules, remind ourselves what you say. Law number 1, multiplication. As such, if you are multiplying and they have the same base, you see there's an x and an x base, not an x and a y or an x and a z, same base, then you add your exponents. I think this one is pretty straightforward. We should understand. So law 1, multiplication, we're multiplying, we have the same base, we add the exponents. Hope we are with me so far. Law number 2 is division. And as such, we are dividing. Okay? Take note, we still have the same base. In such a case, we subtract the exponents. Okay, it's always the one in the numerator minus the one in the denominator. Do not swap them around. Pumuzile, do you have a question?
Afternoon, ma'am.
Afternoon.
I'd like to ask, does 7 and negative 7 count as the same base?
No.
Oh,
Can't count as the same base, okay? Because look at what happens. You have a negative 7 cubed. Okay, let's use a smaller number. Okay, no, but we can use negative 7. So we have a negative 7 cubed and a 7 cubed. Okay. Let me go to the side to show you why they're not the same base. Negative 7 cubed means negative 7 times negative 7 times negative 7, right? A negative and a negative give you what? Are you still there? No. Okay, it's fine. A negative and a negative in the chat. Help me out. They give you a positive, right? And then the third negative, what will that end up with? A negative. 7 times 7 is 49, times 7 is 343. That would be negative 7 cubed. 7 cubed means 7 times 7 times 7. 3 positives give you what? Tell me in the chat. Guys, I love it. You guys are talking to me. 3 positives give you a positive. And then 3, 4, 3. Now, as you can see, these are not the same value. Okay, owing someone 3, 4, 3 and them owing you 3, 4, 3 are 2 different things. Same way if I could say to you, the temperature outside is negative 20 degrees. That is different from saying temperature outside is 20 degrees, because then we are freezing and we are dying if it's negative 20. Okay, so negative bases are not the same thing. It has to be the same base exactly. Yes. See, hands up. Bokang, you have a question?
Hi, ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am, I wanted to ask for law 1, what happens if your bases are not the same and also your exponents are not the same? For example,
Yep.
maybe they give you x to the power 4 times y to the power of 6.
Then you literally just have x to the power of 4 times y to the power of 6. Okay, so your answer will be that question. You cannot do anything to that. It's like saying you have 2 apples and 1 banana. What do you have? You have 2 apples and 1 banana. You can't say you have 1 fruit salad, ne? You can't now suddenly do like have a smoothie out of nowhere. So these ones, you cannot do anything about them. You literally just have x squared and y to the exponent of 6.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
And I think Voya just asked the same question. Thank you for asking it. I think a lot of people were wondering. Voya, I just answered this question. So if you have different bases, you cannot do anything about it. You just leave it as is. Okay. Cool. I hope my explanation, whoever asked about the negative bases, I forgot now. I hope my explanation was helpful to you. Okay, law number 3 is power to a power. So we have a power, which is A, Mr. Original, to a power, which is B. Not to be confused with law number 1, which is 2 bases. This is 2 exponents. Okay, so if you have a power to a power, what do? We multiply the exponents. I hope we are together. Hope we are together so far. Now let's move on to distributive law. When you distribute, you give it to everyone. So Mr. C over here is going to be distributed. X gets a C, Y gets a C. Any other base gets a C. Okay, but when it gets there, what happens when it gets there and there were already exponents? X already had an A. Then we multiply. Okay, we apply law number 3. It's a power to a power. We have a power already there, which is A, and we are adding a power to it, which is C. So now we're going to have A times C, distributing power to a power. Do we understand this? I hope we do. I'm going to take questions just now about this before we move on. Now we are working with definitions. Power of 0 means exactly that. Anything under the sun to the exponent of 0 will be equal to 1. Do not be tricked in your test. We will give you long brackets and be like 96 divided by negative 48 plus 2 times this minus that, squared, cubed, square root, cube root, fifth root, and then we'll all put it in brackets and we'll say to the exponent of 0. Now, if you didn't learn, or if you're panicking, it happens sometimes, I understand, guys. You're going to work out all of that mess until you get stuck and realize, oh, I could have just said 1 because it's all to the exponent of 0. Don't fall under that trap. Okay, don't fall under that trap. It happens. Pay attention to your question. Trust me. Okay, I put it in my test because I'm that math teacher. But my kids love me, guys. My kids love me. You guys will love me too one day. Okay, and then we are on negative exponents, which is what we did in the last lesson. Okay, someone asked at the top, I forgot who it was, what the rule is when you have negative exponents. Nelly put it so nicely for us when she said we do the reciprocal. A reciprocal means move it to the denominator or to the numerator. At the moment, this is over 1. So your reciprocal will be, move it down and it becomes 1 over x to the exponent of A. Okay, I'm gonna take a breath and check in with you guys. Sure. Havana, are you okay? I hope so. Let me check in. Are we cool with the rules? Thumbs up with the rules. Thumbs down. Must I clarify any of them? We're about to put them all together. So we need to make sure that we understand. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I like it. There's 125 of you guys, so I expect more thumbs up from that. Oh wait, you're probably doing it in the reactions. I was right. Okay, I see you guys in the reactions. And I see you guys in the chat. Palisa says 50-50. Palisa, let's work on it. Let's do some examples. I think as you do more examples, you will be more confident. Okay, I appreciate your thumbs up. Thumbs up. Is it thumbs up, thumbs ups? It's fine, guys, we get the point. You get the point. Thumbs ups. Okay, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Now, let us go and apply. Okay, let's apply. Someone raise your hand. Let's do one of these together. Let's take hand. Come on, guys, you know the rules. Don't be nervous. I will talk you through them. Who wants to do number A with me? Natasha. Hello, Natasha. Natasha. No, Natasha can't unmute. Natasha, if you're on your phone, then scroll and speak. Hello.
Sorry, I didn't see the message. Hi.
There we go. Okay, let's do A together. Where are we gonna start?
Okay, so we have 2b x to the power 4. So what we're going to do is we will put the exponent 1 to b.
Okay, so starting here, we agree. Right? We're
With
starting
the
with
BC.
second bracket. Yes.
Okay.
So the first
All
one,
right.
just leave it
So in that case,
there we go.
all right. So in that case, we're going to distribute the 5, which is going to be from the second bracket, is going to be b to the power 5 and c to the power 5.
Wonderful. What's next?
And then we are going to first simplify the second bracket because it's a bit easier for me.
Okay, how are we going to do that?
So we are going to first look at the like terms.
Okay, we look at the like same basis. You mean?
Same base. The basis in this point we have the base, which is 2 for the first bracket, and the base is 1 in the second bracket. So which is we're still gonna stay with 2 because 2 times 1 is 2. And then we are going to take b from the first bracket and b from the second bracket because they are the same. And we are going to put the exponent 6 because there is a 1 exponent on the b. So when we're multiplying with the exponents, we need to add. And then x will stay the same and c will stay the same because they're not like terms.
Beautifully done.
So then we have 2b to the power of 6 and c5x to the power 4.
Thank you very much. Beautiful. You are correct. And that was wonderful. Major shout out. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So guys, before we move on, is everybody with me? Emmanuel is doing the next one. Is everybody with me? Did we lose anyone along the way? Okay, I see your thumbs up. Well, beautifully done, right, guys? That was so beautiful. I love it. And I love the positive energy. Guys, keep it coming. Keep it coming. Keep these guys coming. Okay, energy's taking over. Let me calm down. Okay, let's go to Emmanuel. Emmanuel,
Hi, ma'am.
you're ready.
I think I am.
Let's go.
Okay, ma'am. So what I did is I flipped I flipped both numbers. So it was 16 xy for to the power of 4 over 4x to the power of 5y, and both of them have they were raised to the power of 3. 3 became a positive now. And then I distributed 3 to 16, which gave me,
Emmanuel,
excuse me.
first check inside the brackets. Can you simplify anything inside? This could be a problem. But let's do it your way first. Let me not interrupt you. I'm sorry. So you distributed the 3, right?
Yes, to 16. So it's gonna be, so the answer is gonna be 4096.
4096. Okay.
And then I'm gonna take the exponent the power y4 and times it by 3. So 4 times 3 is gonna give me 12. So it's gonna be yeah, so it's gonna be and then it's also gonna be x cubed. And then I'm gonna say divided by 4 cubed is equals to 64. And x to the power of 5. So 5 times 3 is 15. And I'm gonna have y squared. Y cubed, sorry.
Beautiful. Okay, where do we go from here?
Okay, I'm gonna say 4096 divided by 64, giving me an answer of 64.
64.
And then x cubed divided by x to the power of 15. So it's gonna be 3 minus 15, giving me negative 12. And y to the power of 12 divided by y cubed will give me 9. So y to the power of 9.
Oh boy. Beautiful. So the final answer, as you said, let me write it nicely, is 64. Wait, are we done? No, we're not.
No, I don't think so.
Final step is?
Yeah, we have to put 1 over 64, 1 over 64 x and 12. 1 over 64 x to the power of 12. And y to the power of 9.
This exponent is only attached to x, right?
Oh, okay. Yes. So it's going to be 64 and 1 over x to the power of 12 and y to the power of 9.
Beautiful. Thank you, Emmanuel.
No problem.
Thank you very much. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Thank you guys in the chat. I see you. That was beautifully done to Emmanuel. Okay. The only tip that I would give Emmanuel is in a case where you want to learn calculators, which I do very often in my lessons, try to first simplify inside the bracket. For instance, we could say 16 divided by 4 inside the bracket before you distribute, right? So that when you do distribute, at least 4 cubed is not as bad as 16 cubed. But Emmanuel, perfecto. Perfect. I love it. Sure, I love it. Okay, let's move on to something a little bit more interesting. Little bit. Let's do number E. Who's doing number E with me? Ooh, hands went up. Hands went up. Tammy, you have a question or are you doing number E with me?
Hi, ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am, I have a question, ma'am. Do you mind going back to number B?
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. So can I please ask, ma'am, when you swap the fractions around, ma'am, if like the numbers, like if you swap it around, ma'am, if the numbers are positive, if you swap it around, don't like the numbers change into a negative?
No, remember we're changing the exponent, not the coefficient. Okay. So when you
Yes, ma'am. I'm
move
talking
it,
about the exponents.
yes, but it did become positive. Remember this x was in the numerator, so we did the reciprocal. So what we actually did was it was 64y9 and we said times 1 over x12. And that's how it ended up in the denominator. So the 12
Okay.
did become positive. Remember, it was initially negative 3 minus 15 gave us negative 12.
Oh,
You
okay.
see
Thank
now?
you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Okay, any other questions? Someone raised their hand. I'm wondering if, let me check. Natasha, do you have a question or do you want to do number E with me?
No, I don't have a question.
You want to do E with me?
Yes.
Let's go for it. Okay, where do we start?
Okay, so we are going to start on the left.
Hmm?
So we are going to distribute the exponent 3.
Okay, let's
So
distribute
it's
it.
going to be, okay. So it's going to be x to the power of 6
Hmm?
and y to the power of 3 over, okay, no, we can just leave it like that and do the other side.
Go for
And
it.
then we will say x to the power of 4 and y over. So now we will have to distribute the -1, and then it'll be x to the power of -1,
Okay.
y to the power of -3. And then in this case, both of the variables have negative numbers, so we will have to move them.
Ooh, there's an easier way to do this. Do you see we have two
Okay.
variables?
Yes.
Let's think law number 1 and 2. We are
Mhm.
multiplying and we are dividing. Do you see that's a
Dividing.
multiply? And that's a divide.
Yes.
So you're gonna write down your base, which is x. Yeah?
Mhm.
6, when you are multiplying, what do you do to the exponent?
We add the exponents.
So it's gonna be 6 plus
6x plus 4
plus 4, and then hold
plus
on.
-1
Minus,
plus -1.
it's minus.
And then
remember
a
we're dividing.
plus and a negative gives us a negative, so we're going to minus the exponent 3.
Wait a minute. Remember, we're working with x still, né? We haven't moved on. So when you are dividing, what do you do when you divide?
When we divide, we minus
We minus. What
the
are we
exponent,
minusing?
the exponents.
Which is how much?
At this point, it's 3.
No, we are on x. We're not on y.
Oh, sorry, -1. Sorry, -1.
-1. There we go. Beautiful. We have dealt with x. Let's deal with y. Try y. So what am I going to write?
Y to the power of 3
3
minus
Okay, you can start with
y
minus.
Minus -3.
-3. And then what about this dude over here at the top?
We're going to add minus
Nope.
that
We are
y,
multiplying.
add the
Look
y.
at it at the top. +1. Beautiful. So now we have made one sum and it is easier to deal with, right?
Yes.
So let's check here. We have a minus and a minus, minus and a minus. Two negatives give us what?
A positive.
Positive. Okay, so let's go back to x. 6 plus 4 is how much?
10.
Plus 1,
11.
11. And then we are on y. 3 plus 3 is how much?
6. Positive 6.
Positive 6 plus 1,
7.
7. And you are finito. Beautiful girl. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I see there's commotion in the chat. Who is lost and why? One of the people who said I'm lost, please raise your hand. Let's talk about it. One of the people that said I'm lost, don't congregate in the chat and say I'm lost. Raise your hand. Avugile, you're the first one to say, ma'am, I don't know what's going on. Raise your hand, my darling. Let's talk about it. Starting to get it a bit. Okay. Remember, it doesn't have to congregate. Okay, I'm not sure who is lost and who is found. If you are lost, raise your hand. If you are found, put down your hand so I can choose the people who are lost. Amukela. Hello.
Good evening, ma'am.
Are you part of the people who are lost?
Yes, ma'am, aren't we supposed to use the negative exponent law on the fraction?
You can, but we are also timesing and dividing. Do you see that?
Yes. Oh.
So we can use law number 1 and 2, or we can use the negative law exponent. Let's do the negative law exponent and see if we get the same answer. You want to do it with me? Hello? He has finished. Why do you hurt me so bad? Sorry, guys, your ears are probably like, what just happened? Okay, Matavisa, let me try with you. Matavisa? No? Okay, we're moving on. Matete? Hello?
Hi, ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am, can I ask, how did you get the positive 1 on y to the power 3?
Okay, remember, we had, maybe it's the colors that's confusing. We had y, it's x6, y cubed times x4y over x -1, y -3. That's what we had now.
Yes, ma'am.
So y, let's deal with y. That's a 3. You agree?
Yes.
What is this? Multiplication, right?
Yes.
When we multiply, what do we do to exponents?
We add.
We add them. So it's multiplied by this y over here. This y doesn't have an exponent, but if it doesn't have an exponent, what is there?
Ma'am, can you please repeat?
This y over here does not have an exponent, but if there is no exponent, then the exponent is
1.
1. So if we are multiplying, we have a y, we add the exponent. So it's going to be 3 plus 1. You see where that 1 comes from?
Yes, ma'am.
And then we have a division over here. Do you see that?
Yes, ma'am.
When we divide, what do we do to the exponent?
No, come on. Can you please repeat, sir, ma'am?
When we are dividing, what do we do to the exponent?
We add them.
Dividing.
No, we
Multiplying.
minus them.
We minus them. So you're gonna say minus, what are we minusing? What do we have here in the denominator?
We have 3 or
It's not just 3, it is
-1 and -3.
-3. We're working with y, not x. So then you have this plus plus over here. I mean negative negative. And 2 negatives give you what?
Positive.
Positive. So you end up with y3 plus 1 plus 3. Do you see now where that 1 came from?
Oh, okay. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. See, guys, you need to raise your hand and ask the questions so that I see where I have lost you. Boniwe?
Hi, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, bo.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, aren't you supposed to simplify the fraction, like the x 4y over x -2 y -3?
You can, guys, but remember, we were just doing this in one step. Okay. If you do this in more than one step, you are more than welcome to, but you can simplify first. If you prefer step by step, guys, you can do it. Let's do it step by step so that I can show you guys that if you do it step by step, you're still going to get the correct answer. Let me put my question over there. How's that? Okay. Remember, there are a lot of methods in mathematics. As long as you are mathematically correct, you should be able to do this. Okay. So let's go step by step. Let's first distribute the first bracket. Okay, let's divide this here. So you're going to be x 2 times 3, y 1 times 3. We have dealt with distributing this guy. There we go. I hope we're happy. Okay. Times, let's leave this alone for now and let's go and distribute this dude over here. Okay, so it'll be x 1 times -1 because there was already a 1 there. Y 3 times -1. Okay, so this distribution goes with Mr. Green over there. Wonderful. This will give us x 2 times 3 is 6 and y cubed times x 4y over x -1 y -3. Okay, now let's first deal with this side. Okay, so we're going to leave the first part alone, x6 y3 times. Okay, we are dividing in this case. We agree? This is a division. Okay, we're dividing and we have a x. What's in the numerator? We have 4, right? x4 minus, because we are dividing, -1, which was at the bottom. We're good. Then y1 that was already there minus -3, which is in the denominator. Okay, now I'm going to go over here. Equals. I'm not going to do anything to the first one still. Equals x6y cubed times negative and a negative. These two negatives give you a positive. So it's going to be x4 plus 1, which is 5, and y. These two negatives again give you a positive. Y of 1 plus 3, which is 4, equals. Now we are timesing. Okay, now let's deal with x first. X and x. X, if you're timesing, you add your exponents. So it's 6 plus 5. Then we deal with the y's. Y, 3 plus 4. And the final answer is x11, y, which is y. Does one cooperate? And it's giving me heart palpitations now. Y7, which is the same answer we got, guys. In standard, we tried to go a little bit faster. So I was trying to do all of this in one step. So what I did was, instead of step by step, I went and said x over here over here, plus that x over there because we are multiplying, minus that x over there because we're dividing all in one step. That is all we did. Wonderful. I am glad everyone is catching up and following. Bokan. Hello.
Hi, ma'am. Ma'am,
Mhm.
I got a different answer from that.
Please check your steps again, step by step. Once we upload this video, check the steps because the answer is definitely x11, y7. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. But like, ma'am, where there's a where there's the negative one, I flip them so that the one could be a positive.
So okay, but you can't flip them. You're doing the reciprocal of -1. So only the x to the -1 goes up. You don't take the 4 down, right?
Oh,
I think that was your mistake. You don't flip. This is why I say I hate the word flip. You do the reciprocal of x to the -1. So only the x to the -1 moves up. And then you'll have them next to each other. So it will be 1 plus 4, which is 5. I think that's where you might have made the mistake.
yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Wonderful. You are welcome. And we have requested a brain break, and I agree. If I can find it. There we go. There we go. Let me make this a little bit smaller so we can see. Okay. First, let's go to our jokes. How do you teach math to a Shigin? You showed a lot of examples, guys. How lame is that? I love it. It's really lame, but I live for it. I live for it. Okay, let's see. We have a rugby ball, we have a pool ball, and a tennis ball. If you get this, give us a heads up in the chat. Give us a clue. You guys are laughing at the joke. I love it, guys. Egg examples. Imagine. Guys, you know I steal these jokes and say them in class, but my kids are not nearly as proactive as you. They just stare at me like I'm crazy. So I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Hi, Justin went and killed my vibe. It's like, okay, Justin, it's fine. What a difficult. I can't believe it. It's fine. Let's do the brain break. What do we think? This one is quite funny. See, it is. Now, lady, do you have an answer for us? Oh, Naledi is not connected to sound. That's probably Naledi's problem. Never mind. Naledi does not have an answer for us. Naledi wants to know what's going on. Give us an answer, guys. See, everyone's laughing. I don't know if you guys are laughing at me or the joke, but it's fine. I'll take whatever laughing you are giving. I'll take it. Bashle is laughing. Oh, this is beautiful, guys. This is beautiful. Okay, guys, please solve this stuff. Come on now. Wow. Oh, example and egg explanation. Lol. You can add that. Egg explanation. I'm becoming too good at this. What? I think the ball is 8. Girl, we have how many balls there? Which one? Anyone? Natasha's like, I'm not gonna do it. Rugby ball is 4. We have progress. Ma'am, that cracks me up. I hope it's my egg explanation that anyway, sorry. Okay, so this would be 8 And this would have to be 6. Okay, so 6 times 4 is 24, plus 8 is indeed 32. So rugby ball is 4, guys. Rugby ball is 4. Yes, I did, Havana. Okay, so if this is 4 and 8, then that would be what? So 76 minus 4 is 72. So it has to be 8 times 9. So our tennis balls are 9. Wonderful, Emmanuel. Okay, so if that's 9, this is 18, this is 18. That would be 6 and 12, 6, and that's 8. What's the final answer, people? Don't forget about God mass. Why not it? What? Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Zoom user is here to wreak havoc. What's the final answer? 150. Yeah, boy, yes. Beautiful. It's 150, guys. 18 times 8 will give you 144. Then you add 6, and then we'll give you 150. What mass? What mass? What mass? What mass? Zoom user is shaking my life, and I don't like it. I don't like being shook hands. Woo, what a difficult. Okay, let's do some interesting ones. Okay, but these are easy. These are not interesting. Let's do some true or false. Let's do some true or false. Yes, true or false, and then we're gonna end it. And today's quiz day, so you have to go to your quiz. Okay, fire round. You tell me whichever one you want to answer. So you say A true, B true, C whatever. Let's see. Let's see what you guys think about these. True or false? Let's see what you guys come up with. Bashley is like, I know the answers. Hello. Hi, Bashley.
Hi, ma'am.
Do you have an answer for me?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's hear.
Number A is not true. A is false.
Let's prove it. What does the law say?
The law states if the bases are the same, the bases must stay. If the bases are the same, they should stay the same. You have to multiply the exponents.
Multiply, Bashley, we were doing so well.
But plus add the exponents.
There we go. Thank you. So it's 2 plus 5, and that will be 2 plus 3. Excuse me, 3. That'll be 5 to the exponents of 5, not 25. So you are correct. That will be false.
Correct.
Thank you.
That's correct.
Okay, how? And then everyone vanished. Guys, after he answered, everyone was like, goodbye and so long. Tando. Oh, Natasha. Hi, Natasha.
Hello,
ma'am.
Miss. I come back.
Okay, which one do you want to do? Tando, you'll be
B.
next. Don't go away. Okay, let's do B. Is it true or false?
It's false.
Oh, okay. Say false.
No, it is true. Sorry, it is true.
Okay, never mind. We changed our mind.
No, it's false. Sorry, it's
No,
false.
no, no.
Very false.
Okay, let's do the calculation.
Sorry, okay, I've made out of my mind. It's false. It's false.
Okay, why is it false?
Because if we multiply the bases, we get 10, and then we add the exponents, it's 10 to the power of 6.
Oh, you cannot do that. We only add if you have the same base. Do we have the same base?
Oh, no.
No. So look here. I'm going to show you something really cool, man. You remember that distributive law? Ne? It works backwards. So you're going to take this 3 and this 5 out as like a common fraction type of thing. So it's going to be 2 times 5, and your 3 can chill outside. So then that's 10 cubed, which means this is true. Shout out to everybody in the chat who said true. Tando.
Hello, ma'am.
There we go. Which one are you doing, Leslie?
Ma'am, I'm doing C.
Okay, let's do C.
So, ma'am, I think C is false.
Okay, false. Let's check. Tell me what I'm supposed to do.
Ma'am, because any number multiplied by 1 will always stay 1. So if you multiply 1 twice, it will always be 1.
And here you have 3 to the 2 minus 3, which is 3 to the negative 1, which is 1 over 3. And that is not 1. So that is indeed false. Thank you, Tando.
Okay, no problem, ma'am.
I see you guys in the chat. D. Who's next? Bokang. Bokang?
Hi, ma'am.
Mhm.
Ma'am, D is false because when you raise a power to a power, you're supposed to multiply the exponents. So your answer will be x to the power 10.
Beautifully done, and you are correct. You are correct. Give me a last fire round, guys, and tell me if E is true or false. Ooh, I love E. E is giving me life right now. Everyone vanished. Only Minenhle is left. Minenhle,
Yes, ma'am.
I'll go up just now for a screenshot, guys. Let's just do E quickly. Do you want to do E with me?
Can I try, ma'am?
Okay. We have 4 cubed over 2 squared. How would you solve this?
Okay, so ma'am, I think we divide 4 divided by 2 equals 2, ma'am, and then the exponents, we just minus them, and so it'll be
You
just,
can't mess with the exponents. I mean the bases, excuse me.
sorry,
Remember,
ma'am, I
these
tried.
are 2 different bases. So what we can do is make the bases the same. Do you agree that I can write 4 as a base of 2?
Yes,
4 is
ma'am.
the same as 2 squared. Do you agree?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Then we have that 3 that's on the outside there over 2 squared. Now we have power to a power. What do we do to these exponents?
We times, we distribute,
Yes.
ma'am.
No, we times, you were right. Yes, so it's 2 times 3, which is
2 times 3
6.
equals 6.
And then we still have our over 2 squared. Now, when we are dividing, what do we do to the exponents?
We subtract, ma'am.
Subtract. So we're going to have 2, 6 minus 2, which is how much?
4, ma'am.
4, which is the same as the right hand side. So this is 2. Thank you, Minenhle.
Welcome, ma'am.
Okay, that would conclude our lesson, guys. Everyone